Yeah, this is the kind of design that I don't fully understand, but this is the most lovely ride I have in Beijing. Guys, this could be my personal opinion, but I think I know the way to distinguish between Royal Alloy and Vespa. See, I feel like I'm like riding on a highway in an anime. Hey, what's up? This is Rena and welcome to Beijing Motorcycle Show 2025. In this episode, I will be introducing you to a list of very interesting bikes. I'll also provide a narration for some of them to add in some additional information along the way. And let's get started. Behind me is the new EV concept that Honda has launched in this year's Beijing Motorcycle Show. Look at it, it's really beautiful. With integrated technology like the AI body, the designer told me that they try to reduce the plastic part on the bike. The fuel tank, the battery cover, top and bottom, they're all made by aluminum, not plastic. This thing right here is the radiator. The air will come from here and then it will flow out from the two spoiler at the end. Even though I can't really sit on it, but looking at the height of the seat, I think it looked pretty friendly for all type of riders. Right now it's a concept bike. I don't know when Honda is actually gonna launch it and do production model, but it looks like it's a pretty fast bike and I would love to try it if I can. So these are the three bikes that Honda is launching in the Chinese market this year. You can see that the color is actually very different from the Japanese market. For example, this one is a beautiful CB400F with a yellow highlight on the side. And then this one right here is a CBR 400R. And then this is like the space gray blue that they're putting on the bike. And it's very different. I don't really see this color in Japan at all. I feel like these are the special color in China specifically. Wow, look at the color for this beautiful CBR. It's like black and then purple. And then gray, a little bit of gray. I can't really, oh yeah, black, purple, and gray. It's gorgeous. And then there's another one, CM300. That color is even more special. It's like aqua color. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous CBR 650R E-clutch. And then this is an E-clutch. I have seen this bike actually many times, but first time in China. Also, it matched perfectly with my purse. Look at it, such a great combination, right? Next up is the famous QJ motor. I'll try my best to walk you through all the major QJ motorbikes that I saw. So this one is the Side 800 RS that QJ Motor is launching this year. I actually like the design very much. So like you can see the front is very nicely integrated with the winglet on the side. And then also like the block of red is really nicely designed. Very aggressive bike actually. It looked like the kind of bike you can push it. Oh, sorry, you can push pretty hard. This is a high-power version developed from the QJ Moto's WSBK track technology. It features an inline four-cylinder engine, 125 PS. Top speed is 260 km per hour, and a lot of the Chinese riders are very excited about this bike. This Zhangxue 800 is currently the largest displacement and the highest spec domestic four-cylinder street fighter available in China. It is also the first Chinese four-cylinder bike that has an electronic throttle, using a cast aluminum frame. Well, the position is not bad. Seat is comfortable, but from a design point of view, what I really think is interesting is that if you look at here, this is not really a wind. This is like a decoration, and also you also get to see this at the bottom. This also looks like an air vent, but this is also a decoration. Yeah, this is the kind of design that I don't fully understand, but I can see that QJ Moto is trying something new and I appreciate. There are two highlight options available. One is a classic round-shaped light and also a more aggressive one. I was also able to test ride this bike. Amazing, right? You can actually do the test riding at Beijing Motorcycle Show. Even though I do not have a Chinese driver license, but surprisingly, I was able to use the Japanese driver license. Overall, the engine was smoother than I expected, and then the electronic throttle is also doing work, along with other great features like the bi-directional quick shifter, ABS, TCX, Brembo calipers, and also the Marzocchi suspension. The bike in general is so great, and I can perfectly understand why it is popular in China. Next is the Hong 250 CD. So this one features a 249cc water-cooled engine, a smart connectivity system, electric windshield, smart key system, automatic headlights. This 250cc scooter also offers voice control. If you say 你好, 小 Q, in front of the bike, you can wake it up and give instruction about like navigation, checking the weather, play the next music, and etc. So this is a very intelligent bike. The QJ Motor Super 921. Let me give some background information here. In 2020, QJ Motor formed a strategic partnership with MV Agusta. This partnership involved sharing core technology like the engine frame, and also QJ is responsible for MV Agusta sale within China. This bike, the Super 921, is a collaboration model. In other words, this is the MV Agusta licensed superbike for the Chinese market. The design is as gorgeous as you expect from the Super Veloce, but then the price is significantly lower. But of course, lower price means that the material used is not that premium, but the Chinese people, they still like it very much. This one is the QJ Motor 小飞侠. Well, first of all, it is a very good-looking bike, inheriting styling from the Super 921. This bike uses a scooter engine and also the CVT transmission. While I was filming, I think I missed a very interesting part about the bike. This vehicle actually has two pairs of the footrest or steps. So one pair is right here at the front, presumably for the taller riders like me, for example. And then there's another pair towards the middle, very close to the muffler. I can imagine that this bike must be super inclusive, great for all type of riders. In the recent years, we've seen multiple mini bikes from the Chinese makers, such as the CF Moto Papio and this one. I'm very curious to know how mini bike sells in China.
And this is the e-bike of QJ Motor. Look at the color! So interesting, so vibrant.
This one is the electric vehicle QJ Motor MOV. I love the color, the design is excellent. However, I know that due to the restriction under the new national standard regulation, this bike cannot be legally registered for road race in China, so it can only be used as an off-road or a track vehicle, unfortunately.
It has really soft suspension. I can imagine riding this to the motocross village. And really light, actually.
This one is the QJ Moto Shan 350. Featuring a V-twin engine. So other media has said that this QJ Moto Shan series was designed and manufactured to compete with the Benda chinchilla, which I previously introduced in the video.
This one is even automatic transmission.
It seems that small and middle-sized cruisers actually have a very large market in China. This one is the Sai 421.
Wow.
This is probably my favorite bike among all the QJ Moto I have seen. The styling followed the design element of the larger Sai 1000. So this is like the little brother of the Sai 1000. There was a rumor that the engine of the Sai 421 is reverse engineered Kawasaki ZX4R. I do not know the detail and I can't confirm. Maybe just a rumor.
Sure, let's go. Let's go. 加油！加油！谢谢。 Wow! Look at the sound. Wow! Love the sound. The beautiful sound of 4-cylinder engine. Excellent. Seating position.
Compared to the ZX4R engine, which I was riding a long time ago, this bike, the tuning feels a little bit different. I can feel that the low-end power delivery is slightly stronger. This probably aligns better to the preference among the Chinese riders. Also, look at this giant screen. Oh my god. QJ Moto is using their large screen smart infotainment system. This screen is very huge, very easy to see. I think it's really nice. By the way, a bit more on the market context. So normally a bike like this, a 4-cylinder 400cc, would be very popular, would generate a lot of attention in China. However, this year, other manufacturers are also releasing their 4-cylinder mid-size bike, like the Cove 450RR and also the Zhangxue 500RR. So these competitors also have very strong branding and also attractive pricing. Previously, I have also tested the Zhangxue 500RR. It's also a very powerful bike. The low-end power delivery is so strong that when I started the bike, it feels more like an 800cc bike rather than a 500cc bike. So yeah, you can see that this is the preference of the younger bikers in China. Last bike that I tried was the Psy 600RS. So this one is a straight sport bike. Horsepower is at 100. I think it's a very great bike. It is light, good stability, easy to ride. Actually, this one is the most popular 600cc sport bike in China. So after it was first launched, it reportedly received 10,000 blind pre-order, probably due to the great value for money and also the design. So yeah, that covers all the QJ bikes I have seen at the Beijing Motorcycle Show.
Well, after seeing a lot of moto here at QJ Moto, I realized that a lot of their design elements are very brand new, very interesting. Whether they're perfect yet or not, I can't really say, but I would love to see them trying, and I'm personally very looking forward to their future bike coming out next season. Now I am at the NAXEON, and this is the NAXEON IM, another pure EV. This is actually the only bike that I've actually tried test riding before, and it was really fast, really smooth. So the highest speed that you can get to is 115 km/h, and then the range is 180 for one charge. Come this way. What I really like about this bike is that the user experience on this bike is incredible. Like for example, this TFT meter is already very nicely designed, and then the switch, all of them are easy to use. And then for example, if I want to charge it, really easy, really quick. Yeah, anyways, this is probably one of my most recommended EV at this moment in time. But again, I haven't tried that many EV, and I would love to try more in the upcoming season. And this one is even more interesting. This is the electric bicycle of the NAXEON IM. So it means that in order to ride this in China, you do not need a motorcycle license. Yes, amazing, right? Right now, there's only a frame, so I don't really know what the design will look like, but I hope it's going to be excellent. All right, let's give it a try. This bike is called Liao 700, and then look at the tire. This is crazy. Look how wide it is. But it's really comfortable. It's like almost like an anime bike already. I feel like I'm like riding on the highway in an anime, and then with a ready position like this. Really unique, really interesting. I also love a lot of the details on it. For example, this light right here. I think it's possible to also photo it in. I really respect how Benda tries some new like design elements in some of their models.
So this bike, Benda LFC 700 is equipped with an inline 4-cylinder engine. As much as I love the design and the style, I've seen several reviews mentioning that this bike is not very easy to ride, is not agile or maneuverable. Riding straight line is okay, but when you're doing cornering, it's very difficult. This is likely due to the significant size gap between the front and back view.
Chinchilla 250, the staff has been recommending this to all the female biker. The seat height very friendly. Let's give it a try. Oh, very light, actually, very light. The seating position, not too bad. Pretty cool. So yeah, this one has the manual transmission, but then there's a technical one right there that has the automatic transmission. Look at the design. It's really giving me the premium impression.
A little bit more background. Before Benda arrived on the scene, the most common cruiser that you see in China would be the Harley Davidsons and also the Indians. However, they are too big and too expensive for the average Chinese rider. Benda smartly introduced a new series of the small to mid-size cruiser like the Chinchilla 350 and gained considerable success.
So this is a new model that Benda is introducing right now in this Beijing Motorcycle Show. So this is called a Dark Flag 950. So this one has the V4 4-cylinder engine, 950cc. A lot of their detail looks really premium, like for example, the material used for the gas tank or the shape of the engine. Also the muffler, the two muffler right here. This is an excellent design, and I can feel that the designer have touched on it.
This one is the Benda Greystone 700 V-twin engine. Excellent design. Also comes with the air suspension and can automatically raise and lower, adjusting to the desired seat height. I think this bike is very user-friendly, inclusive for all type of riders. Oh, by the way, I also realized that many of their model names are actually the cat breeds, like Chinchilla, Napoleon. That is a very unique naming strategy.
4500C，然后这个发动机是你们自己做的还是买的？
这款发动机是我们跟别人合作的，就是它跟赛克龙它是同款。
Okay. Wow, this is the first time I actually see a Chinese street bobber. The brand is called Crystal Burr. What a name, Crystal Burr. Let's give it a try. Wow. I love the classic style. It's impressive. Right now, this is only a prototype, so there's no clutch here, but it's gonna be a manual transmission. The position very well. This kind of design is very rarely seen in Chinese maker actually, but I'm just really happy to see that there is so many different kind of diversity in the market. I feel like the CMF, like the color material on this bike is also quite elaborated, a lot of nice detail, sorry. And then here, they have like two pipes, two exhaust on the side, on the left and right.
So this brand, this Siben Crystal Burr, is a completely new brand, launching for the first time here at the Beijing Motorcycle Show. As much as I appreciate the design of their engineering prototype or show model, this brand has faced a lot of criticism on the Chinese social media. A lot of bike bloggers think that there's just so much uncertainty and question if this brand will actually have a production model. Oh, by the way, this video is brought to you by Insta 360 X4. They kindly provided me with a round-trip flight ticket from Tokyo to Beijing so I can share those wonderful bikes with you today. I have been using Insta 360 X3 and then now X4 for years, and they let me capture some of the most incredible moments while riding. There are so many spots you can mount the camera at the front for the first-person view or to capture your reaction, on the back for a wider perspective. Some people also install it on the footpack to get a clearer engine sound. Well, it is a 360-degree camera, so you can film everything around you, and then during editing, you can choose precisely the angle that you want to feature and never miss the perfect shot. Even Mark Marcus is a fan and a user of Insta 360 X4. So cool, right? If you are considering of getting your riding memory or creating motorcycle vlog, please consider Insta 360 X4. It is a camera that will bring you a lot of happiness and joy and worth 100% of the price. And don't forget to check out my affiliated link in the description below to get a free and special gift with your purchase. Also, if there's any other motorcycle show that you recommend me to go and do a coverage, please leave me a message in the comment and I'll try my best to go.
Wow! Look at the Chinese police bike. It's from Yadea. It is an EV electric scooter as well.
This electric police bike, or service vehicle as they call it, is a Yadea FD7. The top speed is 100 km per hour and the range is 110 km, which is probably suitable for patrol duties.
Yeah, of course, a lot of storage space as well. There are like 3 boxes right here. Oh yeah, there's also this little LED screen, which is also pretty nice.
By the way, China utilized multiple police bike model. Previously, I have also seen the CF Moto, the CF1250J, and that also looked really great. We are at BMW, excellent brand. However, I only took some video for some of the bike. The booth was very crowded when I was there. Also, the model range display wasn't as complete as what I saw at the Tokyo Motorcycle Show. If you want to find out more about the latest BMW models, please check out my previous video covering the Tokyo show.
Okay, let me give it a try. Hyper GOGO. Wow! Wow! Oh my god! This is a very interesting kids bike. Oh wow! This is so fun. I can do a cornering. Look at it. Wow! This is the coolest bike I've seen today. Hyper GOGO is the name. So this bike can ride up to like 16 km per hour and it's only like 12 kilograms. So light. And how much do you think it is? How much do you think it is? It's not even $500 USD. Oh my god, it's incredible. I can also ride. This is so cool. This is so cool. Thank you. And what I think is really incredible is that when you accelerate, you get to hear the sound of the horse. This is incredible. If I have a kid, I would definitely buy it for myself. Sorry, if I have a kid, this is the first thing I'm going to buy it for him or her. Wow! Oh my god, this is so cool, this is so cool! And now I am at the Royal Alloy. By the way, this is a British company that were invested by the Chinese. And some of their bikes are really classic. For example, this one right here, GP E400P. This one is a pure EV. Let's give it a try. This bike, actually, I heard from the designer that this one is inspired by Lambretta Series 3. Excellent design. This bike is manufactured by the Chinese and Thailand factory. However, some of the details, for example, this leather seat was designed and made in Italy. Yes, Italy, not Thailand, not China, not Britain, but Italy. Quite interesting, right? This one can ride up to the speed 150 km per hour, and then the range is 200. Impressive. This one is called JPS 150. Well, there are 2 versions, 150cc and 350cc. Let's give it a sit. Oh, lovely design. By the way, this is all metal frame. The entire design quality looks really premium. And they also have interesting design element, like for example, right here. This is a little storage. Guys, this could be my personal opinion, but I think I know the way to distinguish between Royal Alloy and Vespa. Royal Alloy, they are more classic in terms of style. I mean, their design are inspired by Lambretta in the 1950s and 1960s. But then Vespa, on the other hand, is more modern. That's how I distinguish them. Do you agree? Tell me in the comment. I also got this, which matched perfectly with Royal Alloy. Guys, I just saw this super interesting safety vest. It's like really cool low price life jacket, and this is how it's gonna work. When you actually, okay, so imagine tying this on top of your bike, on the handle or on the side, and then when you actually pull it, 拉吧. Wow! Oh my god! Oh, this is like, wow, this is much more impactful than I thought. And I actually feel like it's really tight. It's like really protecting all of my body. It's really cheap. It's only 400 Chinese renminbi. So that's not even $100. And then what I think is the most amazing is this one is actually reusable. It's possible to like get rid of the air and then use it again. Wow, impressive. Okay. 谢谢你.
One of my favorite moments from the Beijing Motorcycle Show was probably during the IXON launch event. So IXON invited one of my favorite riders of all time, IXON Nakagami, for a talk show. I also got to participate in the Q&A.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。今までたくさんレースを見てきました。もちろん秋葉原ファンミルも参加しました。
Last year.
Last year. It was the best. It was excellent. So my next question is, 好きにとてもチャレンジしたい、挑戦したいことがありますか?
So I want to enjoy like normal life because last 15-16 years was always racing. Every day I'm thinking, about racing. When I wake up, when I go to sleep, when I go to bed, always thinking how I can be fast. So now I don't need it. So I want to, spend more time with the family, of course, with my dog, and then to see around. I want to see, something to enjoy. So this is the near plan. But of course, always, the plan is changing. So let's see.
It was so cool. It was so great seeing my favorite rider, Nakagami Sensei, representing IXON, showing their involvement in the professional racing. I think IXON is a fantastic brand for motorcycle jacket and racing suits, known for their high quality and also very beautiful design. Again, as a huge fan of Nakagami Sensei, I also appreciate the brand itself. And I recommend their gear for both of the professional riders and also the bike lovers like me who enjoy long-distance touring. And that concludes part 1 of my Beijing Motorcycle Show coverage. In my next episode, I'll be sharing brands like Yamaha, Kawasaki,
so in Japan, this is needed 400 because there is a
Vespa, Aprilia,
So this
XWitch,
engine is a 2000cc V-twin engine.
NLP, Can-Am, Revolve, Soul,
At the
Morbid
Beijing
Deli,
Motorcycle Show, and this is one of my favorite.
KTM, and CF model. Please stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe. I am actually at the KTM store in Beijing. Well, today is actually their grand opening, and then the store invited a bunch of media, a bunch of like individual influencer. Oh, look at this really cute bear. Oh my god.